Hello and welcome to another StageDesigner tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to see how to use the transform and edit options on different clips and different type of media in Preload, Live Editor, Layer Manager and the render output. Here I've already imported multiple clips into my Preload. If I double click on any of these clips or preload boxes, I'm going to have access to the preload menu. Here on the top left corner of the of this menu, I have the key in and key out options for this clip, so I can make shorter loops of the video if I need to. I have this playback speed function, which means I can play the video in slower speed than the actual speed of the video. I have here some playback modes, which means, for example, if I wanted the video to be in loop or to be on one shot, and other options. As I see, there are some options here that are grayed out, which means they're not available to me, and that is in case that depends on what type of media I'm using. If I'm, for example, using HAP video files, which means that the video has, or every frame in the video is a keyframe, and that is the same, for example, if I'm using image sequences or PDF files, I would have these options available. I can use bounce, for example, to play the video until the end and then bounce it back to the beginning. I can also then use the videos in faster speeds than one, which is unavailable for other types of video. And I can also play the video here with the reverse speed, which means I can play the videos backwards. Here to the right, I have the normal transform options available. And that is if I want to edit the video's position, I can scale them, I can adjust the videos how I want it, I can rotate them, and so on and so forth. I can also use these pivots to adjust and edit the videos and bring them to the position that I would want to. I have the render mode available, which means in case I'm using multiple videos on top of each other in my layer, how should these videos be blended together? And these options are available for me from this render mode. I can use the different options. And I have the repeat options, which means if I want to fill up my canvas with more of the same video, I can use the repeat, and the software is just going to repeat the same video and fill up the whole canvas or render that I have. And the scale mode is to tell the software how it should adjust the video, how it should fit the video into the render size that I have. If I put it on aspect, means the software is going to keep the aspect of the video, but it's going to scale it to the size of my render. I can also change this, for example, to fill, which means the software is going to stretch it either up or down to fill it to the whole size of my render. And I can just go with 1 and 1, which means the software is going to keep the resolution of the video how it is, and then that would mean I'm gonna lose a big part of the content, for example, in this case. With reset, I can just reset all of these values. In the second tab, I have the placement options. With the placement options, I can adjust the videos or set the videos to specific layers and specific tracks if I need to. With default, always when I play any of these clips, they are going to go to the available track and the first available layer, which means if I play this, it's going to be in the first layer and the first track. And if I play it like this, it's going to be in the second track, the first layer. And I can change these values here in the placement tab. So instead of active track, I can select, for example, track 2, and instead of first 3, I can just select layer 4. And each time I'm going to play this footage, it's going to be in the layer 4 of the track 2. And in case I need to change any of these transform options, for example, while I'm playing the videos, I can do it also here in the layer manager. It's the same options. They're going to be saved also in the preload. I can reset the values. And if I need to access some other options, for example, key in and key out, I can go to Live Editor, and here I have the same menu and edit options. I can adjust the speed, key in, key out, audio effects, and other stuff which are available, and adjust and edit the videos while they are in playback. And if I want to change anything in my render output, which means instead of doing, for example, edits on each of these single tracks, I want to just do the edits on the render output. I have the transform options for the render output also here, so I can just do my adjustments here, and this is not going to affect the single clips, but it's just going to affect the render output. I can access it here in the render window in the transform menu. And that is how we can use these transform and edit options in different positions of the software to edit and adjust the clips that we have, and how we can use these to position and edit the videos in our projects. I hope you're enjoying using the software, and hope to see you in another tutorial.